nominees. As I press record.
Can you read that?
I will be able to.
I can barely read this.
Oh, you've got them right there. You can lead it.
But that's not the bracket.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the bracket. It's just what's in each quarter.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're just going to do the nominees for each one and then talk about who won.
Oh, well, yeah, I can read it then. I can read it. I don't know if you want me to say something else aside from that.
All right, so welcome to Game Scrum. We're doing our Game of the Year finally. I know we started with, hey Felix, how's it going?
Started off early.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, so we did quarter one about a year ago, NCAA tournament. So the NCAA tournament is happening again. He's staring at me. But we haven't done a video since. I mean, I think we did try in quarter two, but it's in our vault of unfinished, unedited videos.
Q3.
So we're just kind of wrapping up 2015 with this video.
Yeah, so this is going to be the end of our season one. We're going to switch more to a SoundCloud format. We'll still do like a video here and there for like E3 and maybe some awards here and there. But we're going to really focus more on the audio. We're tired of editing video for no reason.
No, you're tired of editing.
Yes, I am tired of editing video.
Nobody else is
I don't know what about you. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
All right, so yeah, look us up on SoundCloud. All right, so we just really want to go through each of the quarter awards and talk about who we think personally should win each quarter award. Then we're going to talk about who we think Game of the Year should be, and then we'll look at the statistics of our brackets and see who actually won. So in Q1, we actually got Bloodborne, The Escapist. Hey, Felix.
Yeah.
I need to read the rest of this, Felix.
Final Fantasy Type 0 and Dying Light.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Rankin.
You're welcome.
So, Rankin, since you spoke up there, do you want to tell us who you think wins Q1 and why?
You know, I don't really care about Q1 all that much. I think I even threw out my pick just because no one else could pick one. So, honestly, I have to go with Bloodborne for that one. I haven't played the game, but it's the one I've heard the most about. So, I'm kind of expecting Q1 to go Bloodborne.
Yeah, Q1 is a little lackluster, I feel like. So the only one I've actually played is Bloodborne for like a little bit. Well, I guess we played Dying Light at Steve's for a little bit.
Oh, the one where you invert the controls and I ran.
Yeah,
that
one. So I think Bloodborne, just based off of videos and what I've seen played, and so my Q1 picks Bloodborne as well.
Yeah, if you hear noises rattling in the background, it's just probably Brandon calling in. So
we got Brandon here.
Rattling in the background.
Yeah, so I think Bloodborne should be the winner. I just think it's the better made game out of the four. It's also the most unique RPG elements. I love a game that is made difficult. What the hell is that? Is that Rocket League? All right. That is made difficult for players and it's actually challenging. It's a nice change of pace from kind of the shooters and everything today, where it's kind of easy checkpoints. Bloodborne will make you want to rip your hair out. Brandon?
Probably Bloodborne, even though I got a lot of love for Escapist.
Oh, the prison shank game?
Yeah.
You do the favors for the guards.
Yeah, do the favors for everybody. They do favors for you.
Okay.
You beat people up. You impersonate a guard and escape. It's great.
Yeah, and I know Steve wanted to do a shout out for Dying Light. I don't think it's his quarter winner because he loves that and Bloodborne, but it's just that game of where the hell did this come from? He was not expecting it, and he got it because of that GameStop glitch where they charged $20 for it. So
I didn't know that was that one.
Yeah, so that was that game, but it's a fun game. Surprisingly, he hates Dead Island but loves Dying Light. I almost don't see a difference, but I like both of those games. All right, cool. What's next quarter? Quarter two, I guess that's the bottom here. So we have Mortal Kombat 10, Wolfenstein Old Blood, the standalone game, Witcher 3, and Batman Arkham Knight. I think this is the hardest quarter to pin down who was a winner, at least from my point of view.
Yeah, just for
These are all like rich games here.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, Rankin, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, it's hands down for me, Witcher 3. I went through that. I've played the first expansion. I can't count it, unfortunately, with this opinion. But going to the base game alone, it's one of the few recent games that I've actually finished, and not because I have an issue actually getting through the games. It's because I have an issue with games maintaining my attention span. So this is one of those where it continually had something to do. It was expansive, had a massive story content to it, and it just seemed like every little corner of the map had something interesting to look at.
Good stuff. I think probably. So I've only played about 2 hours of Witcher 3 because my computer can't really handle it, and so I need to play it on like PS4 or something. But out of the 4, that was the one I played the most, and like reading reviews and seeing all of the like the innovative stuff that they tried to do or they did do with Witcher 3, like making the map huge and all of like the integrated quest lines and storylines. It sounds like it's the most innovative. I'm just looking forward to beating it. But yeah, that's Witcher 3 is going to be my pick.
Yep, I'm going to choose Witcher 3 as well because Polish developers CD Projekt Red represent.
Beat Mortal Kombat for you?
Yeah,
That's
so this was the toughest quarter for me. Like I had to go back and forth. So you can even see in my bracket, it's Mortal Kombat 10 versus Witcher 3, and I love the Batman Arkham games too. So it's just, and I even platinum Wolfenstein Old Blood. So like I love all these games. But Witcher 3, I mean, opening cinematic was really fun and entertaining. I mean, the first sequence has boobs in it. I mean, it's just.
Did it?
Yeah. When you first wake up in the bedroom.
I don't remember that.
Oh. But anyway, like the combats, I used to play Witcher 1, and it was kind of a World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft. I might as well say that because it was kind of that style, dumbed down gameplay, and this one went more of the agile, kind of Assassin's Creed-ish type of fighting style, which is really, really cool and really fun. I like the loot system. I like that it's actually difficult to level. I like that you can actually, if you continue to play, you can hit like all the skill tree elements if you were dedicated enough. They didn't shy away from anything in the story. From what I played, it's very entertaining, and yeah, you're right. It's huge map. I love that CD Projekt Red also supports their game, but keeps giving you like free DLC and then ridiculous paid for DLC, like ridiculously sized. Brandon?
Yeah, Witcher 3. I didn't play it, but it'd be stupid of me not to pick it, I think, just because out of each game, I think that one stands out the most as far as, for lack of a better word, originality, even though, I mean, I know I think they're all sequels or in some way, shape, or form, but they're all good games too. So yeah, I agree with you. This is probably like this is the first hard bracket that we had to discuss, I think, or the first difficult quarter.
Oh,
Witcher 3.
All right. So it looks like we're all in agreement for the first half of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is surprising for me. We really need Steve here or Bryce here to kind of put some disagreement in there. So next is Q3. So I believe that's Metal Gear Solid 5, Until Dawn, Mario Maker, and Rocket League. This is another ridiculously hard quarter to pick. And I know this probably gave people a lot of fits. Felix. Rankin?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't actually remember even what I had in my bracket for this one. It's that hard of a quarter.
Coming up on it fresh.
Yeah, really the only two that I played were Mario Maker and Rocket League. That having been said, I think Q3 will probably go to Metal Gear, mainly for the sake of it was probably the most hyped game. And aside from that, I've got nothing to base my opinion off of.
People said nice things about it.
You got wrapped up in the hype train is what you're saying.
I didn't play that game.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm surprised you picked it.
It's more or less not a question of whether I would personally pick it, more of what do I think is going to win.
Okay, so this is going to be my personal bracket. So I personally think...
I'm going to clarify.
So I picked Again, this is hard. I thought Mario Maker was a really good game that I wasn't expecting to be as good as what it was. So that was like that and Rocket League for me were the two most fun games. And I picked Rocket League. That was just like a really innovative game, and it kind of, I don't know, reminded me almost like the Mario Striker kind of aspect, where it's like this arcade style soccer game, and it was just like completely new, and I didn't think it was going to be that fun until you start playing it, and I've got the update downloaded now. I'm going to try to play it some more. And they keep supporting it and keep throwing out new modes and stuff. And yeah, so Rocket League's going to be my pick.
All right. So yeah, this is a really rough quarter. I mean, I love Metal Gear, favorite franchise. Until Dawn, I platinumed. Mario Maker I haven't played, but I like Mario. And Rocket League I platinumed too, and I even got all the DLC and played all that, and that's a really, really addicting game. And it really came down to Metal Gear in Rocket League for me, and I just think Metal Gear is probably the most innovative game I've played in a long time. Kojima really did a lot of little tiny details, and there's no game like Metal Gear. There's no game where you kidnap people and interrogate them, make them work at your mother base, build up your skill sets like that. There's no game that has wormhole extraction kits. I'm trying to think what else in that game, but like I love that the final countdown's my helicopter music every time it comes through. It's the little things, and it's all 80s. I love the extra ending that they had. I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm a huge fan of the Big Boss storyline, and I actually like the way they wrapped it up, the way they did. So I would have to go Metal Gear. Brandon?
Yeah, I guess that silence means you're all looking at the phone waiting for me to chime in. So,
The
Metal
visual
Gear,
cue.
yeah, easy. Yeah, another quarter full of a ton of really good games, but Metal Gear was a pretty easy pick for me out of those, though. Again, love all those games, but yeah, Metal Gear. My helicopter theme though is I go between Rebel Yell and Only Time Will Tell by Asia. So if you haven't put those in your iPod rotation on your helicopter, you should do so. It's a nice change of pace.
Can you pick any song for your helicopter?
You have to get the song. There's about like 25 of them, and they're for your Sony Walkman, not your iPod.
About the
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess
it's about like
right
the one thing that almost.
that's Metal
happened
Gear
with
Solid
that.
4. He had an iPod in 4.
Yeah, or he has the iDroid and
iDroid.
yeah, and the Ground Zeroes, and I think it's still called iDroid, and he's gonna hang up on you in a second here.
You didn't agree with that?
Yeah, iDroid is the map thing that he has. So
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5, easy.
all right. So this is the quarter I thought was the easiest, and we actually ran out of ideas for nominees.
Oh yeah.
But Q4 was Fallout 4, Just Cause 3, Halo 5, and Xenoblade. And it really came down to who do we nominate? Fallout 4, Xenoblade, and then it was just who cares? So, Rankin, you want to start us off?
Yeah, obviously based off Rich's comment, the top two in my opinion were the easiest, Fallout 4 and Xenoblade. It's out of this list the only two I've played. I want to like Halo 5, but I just have heard such negative things about it. So, it's hard to just pick it up and want to play it. But Xenoblade, good game. Comparatively, though, Fallout 4 is going to take it for this quarter for me. No other game has... Okay, Felix. No other game has actually had me walking around just picking up random junk hours upon hours on end and actually still enjoying the game. It's the whole mother base. I think we're getting into Metal Gear terminology here, but the base that you can build.
Sanctuary?
Yeah, thank you. No, that's actually the city. That's actually a place. Basically, actually building up the settlements out of junk and going around, again, similar to Witcher, just every little corner has something to explore. Maintains your attention no matter really where you go. You just go wandering off random places. Not to mention, also, I can't include this in my argument, but the DLC did come out today, so I'm just going to slip it in there. as an argument.
What if it's horrible?
Could be.
Yeah, but it's basically battle bots.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's my pick.
All right, one pick for Fallout. So I didn't play Fallout. I'm like the one person, I'm sure, in this whole group that hasn't played Fallout. I've never really been a big Fallout person. So I played Xenoblade a lot, and I thought it got hyped up a lot, and I thought it was pretty good, but there was definitely some grinding issues, and it's kind of like a little bit repetitive about halfway through.
It's an RPG, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so you're expecting to do some grinding, but
Level
it did get a little
26
repetitive.
is unbearable, though.
Yeah, that's the part where it gets a little hard. And then Just Cause 3, I haven't played that, but I really want to. That'll be a game that I get like when it goes on sale and I don't have anything else. Cause it's always fun to blow up stuff and have a grapple hook and your parachute and just cause destruction. So I think that's gonna be a good game as well. But so for my pick overall, I kind of back and forth between Fallout 4 because I know that's a good game, and Xenoblade was just kind of a meh game to me. So I want to go ahead and pick Fallout 4 though.
You hyped
Even
up
though I haven't
Xenoblade the
played-
whole time. the 180.
Sleeper pick there.
Yeah, out of nowhere. But Just Cause 3, fun fact, you can get it at Dave & Buster's for like, I don't know, 40,000 tickets.
How many skee ball games is
I don't
that?
know. I don't know.
No, that's it. 40,000.
It's like 40 or 50,000 of those tickets.
In 20 years, you might be able to get it.
Hey, I got like 10,000 tickets one Wednesday there, one night, half price night, so it's possible, but I spent probably like 30 to 50 bucks. But all right,
Or you just buy the game.
yeah, or you just buy the game for that price, right? No, it's not the way it works. What's the next? Oh yeah, so my pick, right? So I went with Fallout 4. I have mad respect for Xenoblade because I know the developers. They've made, Xeno Saga, Xeno Gears, made really good games. I like the Gundams in it, things like that. But Fallout 4 for me takes it. Yeah, like Rankin said, I like building up Sanctuary, building up any city. I like putting people in power suits. I spent a lot of time decorating Sanctuary, like going around putting like carpeting down. Like I literally spent like maybe 6 hours to 8 hours one night just putting carpeting down, putting the lamps up, connecting power generators, and putting up decorations, putting up a basketball hoop. I made a basketball court by demolishing a house and putting 2 posts up with the basketball hoops. So
It's like The Sims, basically.
I basically made Fallout The Sims, which is sad. But yeah, I really got addicted to the gameplay. The story's all right. It has that, human android storyline. It has the Brotherhood storyline and whatever the other storyline is that I didn't care for. But it has surprise returns from characters from Fallout 3 that I thought was awesome. It was a very entertaining game. I can't wait to play it again with the DLC, and it's probably the game I played the most this year with Metal Gear. I think I put 150 hours in each of those games. Brandon?
Fallout. Easy pick.
Drop the mic. We're done.
Yeah, you guys pretty much said everything I would have wanted to say. Really excited for the DLC. Between Fallout and Metal Gear, those are the 2 games that really had me hooked in repeatedly playing as they came out. So, yeah, those are the two top ones for me. But for that quarter, Fallout.
Okay, cool. All right, so I guess now we'll just go through who we think the game of the year should be, and then we'll reveal the winner. No? Right, just give me this look like that's how we do things.
I mean,
Top game 2015. What is it ranking?
Yeah, what would you personally say is your game of the year?
my personal,
Yeah.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Your communication skills sometimes.
If you had to pick one right now on the fly,
Somebody asked you.
I was torn between Witcher 3 and Fallout 4, and I think my time at making the bracket, my personal opinion was going towards Fallout 4. So I think I will stick to my historical answer and go with Fallout 4 on this one.
I'm gonna check your answer after this.
Yeah.
Do some fact checking.
Well, why would you go Fallout 4 over Witcher? What's your struggle, and why'd you come up with Fallout 4?
Because of my memories lapsing on what I actually picked.
Okay, we're not getting anywhere there. We'll just move on. So my overall was Witcher 3. I thought just like how innovative and how big it was, and just I want to actually play through all of it and not just a couple hours of it, but seeing like all the RPG elements and everything that we talked about before, I think that makes it, for me at least, a clear choice for game of the year.
Alright, so mine is between Metal Gear Solid 5 and Fallout 4. I played each of these games for about 150 hours each. I platinumed Fallout 4, have not platinumed Metal Gear yet. I went back and forth for a while because I got kind of burnt out on Metal Gear. Then I played Fallout, that was really fun. Then I got burnt out on Fallout. So now, like, taking a step back, looking at it 2 months later, definitely looking at what was a more innovative game, what had features I wasn't expecting, things like that. And I think Metal Gear was just the more polished, more feature-rich game, technically more superior than Fallout. I mean, Fallout is buggy, but I mean, there's awesome design choices in Metal Gear that I wasn't expecting. A lot of those like mother-based elements, or like the warping through a wormhole for container. Trying to figure out ways you can quickly beat a level for get under the time limit, where you have to figure out how to use these tools. The what's it called? The bionic arm that will charge up and basically stun everyone with a 50-meter radius. Then again, just the story was a lot better. I liked it, so that'll go for me. Brandon?
All right. Yeah, just like you said, came between Fallout and Metal Gear. It's really tough because I just like you said, I have spent about equal time both of them. I think Metal Gear has a slight edge though, just in terms of the new features. Even though Fallout's got new features too, and again, I love them both. It's almost a tie. Almost, but I think Metal Gear's got the slight edge, and that's why I'd have to lean that way as far as game of the year.
All right. So, what do you guys think won game of the year?
I thought that's what we just did.
No, not your personal, but what do you think won based on all our brackets?
Sounds like
I can't answer because I know what won.
All right, let's just
sounds like
Brett.
Fallout 4.
So Brett says Fallout, and Brandon, what do you say?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if we're the only people that pick Metal Gear, then then it might be Fallout. But it's probably Fallout. My personal one's Metal Gear. It's probably Fallout.
Okay. So actually, looking at the stats.
Wait, so who else did their review?
So
This was Bryce.
So we have statistics, or we have picks from Brandon, Brett, Bryce, Rankin, and myself. Steve did not get his bracket in on time, although I gave him 6-hour notice. So my fault. Sorry, Steve.
Shout out to Steve.
Yeah, shout out to Steve. So with Bryce's bracket in the end, Witcher 3 is the game of the year by 3 points. So
what do these points mean?
That might have been my pick, actually, now that I think about it.
Rankin, your pick, I'm going to look through here, was Fallout 4.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, great.
So I was right the first time.
Yeah.
So just me and Bryce picked it, right? For the game of the year?
For Witcher?
Yeah.
Yes. You and Bryce picked it. Everybody else had it
Going far.
fairly high. Actually, Brandon gave it 0 points.
Ouch.
And the way that the points were scored is we did a traditional NCAA bracket. If you won the first round, you get a point. You won the second round, you got 2 points, then 4, and then the winner was 8. Hey, Felix. So I added up everyone's scores like that, and it was really close for... Actually, it's still close. The second place tie between... There's a Fallout and Metal Gear tie for second place.
Oh, wow.
They were only 3 points behind Witcher.
Jeez.
So it goes 40 points for Witcher 3, 37 for Metal Gear Solid 5, and 37 points for Fallout 4. Everybody put all three of those games fairly high, except for Brandon did not put Witcher very high. Hey, Felix, you like that box?
If it fits, it sits.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. He got something out of the box. So, anyway, any reactions to that?
Sounds like they're all three good games.
Yeah,
All
I'm
close.
I'm a little bit surprised of the gap between the first three and the rest of the games, though.
I was fourth place is 15 points with Bloodborne. So Bloodborne, even if Steve would have picked it, wouldn't have been a winner.
15-point gap though right now. Actually bigger, about 20 point gap.
Yeah, so a winner would have been 15 points if you win each round, right? So, but yeah, that is a big jump. So I'm surprised at how those three clumped together and the rest. The other thing I'm really surprised about is how far behind the running Rocket League was with only 6 points.
Oh, jeez.
I consider it more of a party game though than a
Tough
blockbuster.
competition though.
Yeah, we were just talking about it at work that what's it called? The Q1 this year compared to Q1 last year was like last year, the weakest parts in Q1 were like the Escapist, right? But you had Dying Light and you had Bloodborne, which are amazing games. We can't even think of anything for this year. What is that noise?
Rocket League.
Rocket League. You're talking about me?
It knew.
It's just new. So anyway, yeah. So like last year was a phenomenal year in gaming. I don't think there's been I think 2007 and 1998 were like the closest things to how many good games came out in 1 year.
Yeah, but Q3, Q4, 2016 are just chock full of fantastic games. Q2,
as long as they
we'll
don't
see.
get delayed.
Yeah, delays are going to be an issue if that happens.
Yep.
2017 has some problems as well right now.
Yep. And just for the record, Halo 5 has 1 vote.
Yeah, but
Who did it?
It was.
Who did it?
It was Bryce.
It was so buggy when it came out, though. It's kind of hard to give it a vote.
I don't like Halo, so I can't speak. Any other noteworthy things here?
What did Xenoblade?
Xenoblade got 9, so that was that like 5th place?
Mario Maker had a kind of sadly low score.
Yeah, but once you play Mario,
I mean, yeah, I probably will play the others a lot longer than that one, but it's just a little bit surprising, again, in the differential.
It's like a fun game, but there's nothing like super new with it. I mean, it's fun to play other people's levels, but like you compare it to a whole new like a Witcher 3 or Fallout, it's kind of hard to compare that and give it the edge over them.
But they did add the Twilight Princess amiibo into it, though, which is...
Oh, game changer. Never mind. Let me change my vote.
of course, Twilight Princess.
I
But
know.
like you guys said, last year was phenomenal. I mean, I had a rough time picking some of these, and honestly, I'd say at least 75% of these could win Game of the Year in any other year. I can see Rocket League actually winning a Game of the Year in any other year. Disagree, Rankin? You don't see any year in gaming that it could win?
In the past. In coming years, I don't know.
Well, we don't know what comes out in the coming years. But
with the lineup that is expected to come out, I'm not expecting it to win a Game of the Year for the next few years.
okay. Well, Rankin's very excited about Final Fantasy 15, and he won't shut up about it in Kingdom Hearts.
Actually, that's not even on top of my list right now.
What is?
What? Games?
Yeah.
Well, that's for another game, Scrum.
Okay. We'll talk about
Can't
that
spoil
later.
that.
All right. Well, Brandon, do you have any final thoughts?
I think he hit all the major talking points. I'm still struggling to think of what I'm going to pick for Q1 this year, because last year was just filled with so much.
Yeah.
And what was good was really good, not just it was really good.
Do you know what came out in Q1 2016? Because we were struggling to figure it out.
Stardew
Yeah,
Valley.
Street Fighter V is the first one that comes to mind.
pick that
Outside
one.
of that,
No.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I might be pulling from the indie bin like I did with Escapist. But
Stardew Valley.
I've played some pretty good indie games. Oh, by the way, side note, today's the 20th anniversary of Resident Evil, which I think is pretty sweet.
What are you doing to celebrate?
Well, I would play, but I don't have my consoles near me, and I'm doing this right now. So
hotel Wi-Fi not good enough for you?
yeah, actually, hotel Wi-Fi is not bad. It was worst last hotel I stayed in, but okay right now. No, I have played some pretty good indie games lately. Rich, actually, you might, I don't know if it's on PlayStation or not, but you might look for a game called Level 22. It plays like Metal Gear. It's a top-down, it looks like 16-bit graphics. It's pretty comedic. The premise of the game is you're late for work and you're trying to sneak through the office without getting caught by coworkers and managers and security and things like that. A lot of the same items are in, like there's a cardboard box, and you distract people with donuts. You lay a donut on the ground and you distract guards and run behind them and things. It's really funny, and it's a pretty quick completion. So if you're looking for some trophies, it'd be great. Again, I don't know if it's going to come out, or it probably will come out for PlayStation eventually if it's not out already. But I've been playing that. Just finished it, I think, about a week ago. But played that and enjoyed it.
Sounds like that virtual reality game we saw, the Job
Simulator.
Oh yeah.
You could actually, as a VR game where you actually sit down at a desk, staple things,
Make
and
some coffee, pick up the phone.
Yep.
It's a game to simulate work, so you can work while you're not at work.
That's what I've always wanted.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea that's going to sell, I don't know, at least 5 copies. I don't know what system that's for, if that's just for PlayStation VR or the Oculus Rift or the Hive or what the hell they're called, but it should be interesting.
No, I'm curious. Can I include PlayStation View as a game of the year? Because that's actually a pretty decent.
I'm going to say no.
That's an app, not a game. So no.
Netflix. Yeah.
Game of the year 2008.
Yeah.
Netflix.
It's always fun. You never know what you're going to land on.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Well,
Okay. Well,
no final thoughts from anyone?
We just gave you our final thoughts.
All right.
We want the final thoughts now, Brandon. This is the last chance.
It's the final countdown, yeah. All right.
on that bombshell.
On that bombshell. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for our last season 1 episode. See us on SoundCloud next, and maybe we'll do an E3 episode with video, pseudo live again, or however we did it last time. But all right, we'll see ya.
Bingo.
See ya.
See ya. Woohoo!
I'm keeping
Season
that in
1.
there. So look up like I'm wearing pants, not wearing pants.
Wait, was that from the first game, Scrum?
Yep.